Hello, hello, and welcome to MJ Live. It's another show, and we have another amazing guest for you. Marva Riley is coming up a little bit later, and she's going to be helping us to lose weight, but not just that, but to keep it on, to keep it off, to keep it off. All right, so come on in, get settled down. We're going to play a little bit of music at the beginning, as we always do, while we share. Hoping that this music will go through correctly because I only have one monitor today. My other monitor stopped working. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Ken Roderick. It's good to have you. It's good to have you. Let us know in the chat if you can hear this music playing, all right? Greetings, everybody. Let us go and take our phones, share to your WhatsApp group, your WhatsApp broadcast list, your Facebook group, your friend next door, your YouTube, your Instagram, your Facebook, wherever it is you are, your friends are, your community is. Go ahead and share. Thank you so much for watching. Come on in, guys. Get settled down. Get your drinks, get your snacks. I think people are still getting used to these Tuesday nights, but let us make it a habit. You know what? Go ahead and set the date in your schedule. Set the date on your phone so it'll alarm. And even subscribe on YouTube. You'll get a text there. You'll get a message in your email. Starting now. That's the message. Welcome, welcome, guys. Come on in. This is a topic that everybody needs. Really, really need. We really need it. I need it. Mr. Ken in the chat, can you hear the music playing? Come on in, guys. Come on in. Starting now. That's the message. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it. Welcome to the Millissa Jayne Show, the new season. Man, we've had some great guests so far, and we have some amazing guests coming up. Today's guest, she's back again. I am your friend Ken Damali. Oh, okay, Ken Damali. Gotcha, no problem. Welcome, welcome, Ken. Mr. Poetry. Mr. Poetry Man. Welcome to MJ Live, Millissa Jayne Show. All right. We also have somebody on Facebook. Just Tresan, come on into YouTube, Tresan. Come on to the YouTube channel. Tina Azelle, welcome. Welcome, 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 everybody. This is the Millissa Jayne Show, and we're here Tuesdays and Thursdays for this season. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. And we have some amazing guests for you lined up. And if you've seen the show for the first part of the year so far, you'll notice that we've had some really, really great guests so far. Yep. And today is no different. Today's guest is registered nurse Marva Riley. She's been on the show before, and she's back because she doesn't stop putting out great content. I think the last time she had 2 books out, and now she's got another book out. So it's just amazing. Tell a friend, guys. Tell a friend. We're just getting started. Tell a friend to come on in and come and get this information, because I'm pretty sure most people want to know about this topic: how to lose weight and keep it off. You know, we can all lose weight. I've done it many times, but my issue, along with many others, I'm sure, is keeping it up. It's the keeping it up part, right? And Marva's nodding her head right there. All right, before we get started, I just want to give you another welcome again. Welcome to Ken Damali in over there on YouTube. Welcome to Tina Azal. Thank you so much for joining, Tina. Fancy some karaoke this week? Let me know. And Bath Fountains in St. Thomas, Jamaica. Chusia. Good to have you here. If you're in the chat room, if you're in YouTube, if you're in Facebook, just drop me a message in the chat so that I know you're there and I can greet you in the way that I like to greet you, personally, by your name. All right? So before we get started, let's just do a couple of things and we'll get right on our way. I just want to remind you again that the series that we have is Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Just set a reminder in your phone so you don't have to, try to remember. Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. And also tell a friend, like and share the post. Alison Owen is here, and Arms Lounge, Amy's Lounge, Amy's Lounge, is that what it is? Arms. Alison Owen, what a go on, and let's see what you say here. Hey Marva, congratulations to you. So proud of you. They're coming in, guys. They're coming in. Everybody come on in and just drop a message so I know that you're there. We can greet you. Welcome, Orel Ferguson, part of the family. Orel Ferguson, welcome to you. And welcome to Lorraine as well. Hope she's listening in the background. Welcome to Coach Marie McKenzie, rape kit expert, advocate. Rape kit expert. Okay, this sounds very interesting. Hello, Millissa. And Marva says, Coach Mary McKenzie. I think we're gonna have to schedule that appointment that we put off from last year, the year before. Oh, I think it's time now. Alison Owens again. Welcome to you all. Welcome everybody. Come on in. Tell a friend. Share it in your groups. Share it into your communities, and let's support Marva Riley. That's why we're here, to support Marva Riley and support the show. Amy's Lounge. You can just call me Shara. Okay, Shara. Thanks for the welcome. You're absolutely welcome. And Marva Riley is an amazing human being, says Jatusia. All right, before we get started with Marva, let me just let you know one or two things. If you need some help with your digital marketing, graphic design, Facebook marketing, Instagram, video marketing, YouTube, and website creation, you can get in touch with me and I can certainly help you if you can't already find this stuff that on YouTube or Google. If you need my help, just give me a call, send me a message, and I will help you. And then the previous topic we had was the Retire Ready research project, which is still archived on my YouTube channel. There's a whole playlist of all these videos on budgeting, net worth, debt, living will, revocable trust, 401k, social security. So we're putting a pin in this topic for now as we bring our guests forward, and then we're going to come back to the Retire Ready research, which is not a small project at all. It's going to be ongoing. We've still got a lot to learn to get ourselves ready to retire, or at least just setting ourselves up and getting all of our paperwork ready. So there you have it as far as the Retire Ready. But this series is all about amazing guests. And like I said, we have an amazing guest with us today. Welcome again, Orel Ferguson. Thanks for your help with Canva. Absolutely. Yes, I'm so happy that I was able to share some of that knowledge with you, because now you're able to be independent in creating your own graphics for your social media with your pictures, cut glass pictures. Tafari Wenrich is here. Hello, Marva and Millissa. Greetings from Pennsylvania. Isn't that awesome? Welcome to you, and thank you so much for stopping by. We have quite a few people here, and I'm happy that you're all here. I believe that everybody is now ready and waiting for our guests to arrive. So, without further ado, let me welcome the beautiful and youthful Marva Riley. Welcome, Marva Riley. You look so fresh and youthful, girl.
Thank you. feel fresh
You're,
and youthful.
you're aging backwards, and that's what I really really appreciate about what you do, because you walk the walk, you talk the talk on a daily basis, man. So thank you
Yeah.
so much for being available to come on the Millissa Jayne show once again. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Melissa.
Absolutely. So as we do in fine style, I'd like to just let people know that this is Marva Riley, everybody. She is a registered nurse. She always has the RN right next to her name. But not only that, Marva Riley is a author of 3 books, probably more on the way. She's an educator. She's a holistic health advocate. And she's an international speaker. So again, welcome to the Millissa Jayne Show, Marva Riley.
Thank you so much.
Let's get right into it. Let's get right into it. This is a very interactive show. The audience, the people in the chat room are also part of the show. So we also like to give them an opportunity to just leave comments, like and hit share and be involved. And if you have any questions as we're going through, feel free to drop them in. And I'm sure Marva will be happy to address them for you.
Mhm.
Congratulations, Marva Riley, on your books and all. Cheering you on over here. Cheers.
Yes, thank you so
That's
much.
Shira. That's Shira. Is that a friend of yours, Shira?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Shara
Awesome.
is in my group. We're in 2 groups. She's also an author.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. All right. Perfect. Perfect. All right. You look gorgeous, Marva, says Tafara. Tafara.
thank you,
You
Teresa.
certainly do. All right. So, Marva, let us go back a little bit. And can you tell us a little bit of your history? Why you are, why you became a health advocate?
Okay. When I first published, well, first of all, I want to say thank you for having me on your show, Melissa. You had me on your show in 2020 when I published my first book. I believe you were the first person who interviewed me.
Woo! Go
I
me,
was
go
so
me! Shout out, Yvonne, said little sister.
Oh,
That's great.
that's Yvonne, my sister,
Your
my big
sister.
sister. Yes,
Okay, greetings and nice to have you. I know I've seen the name in your community as well.
yes, yes. She's actually my blood sister. My I follow her.
Yes,
Uh-huh,
nice.
uh-huh.
Yes.
But so I was saying, in 2020 you interviewed me, and I just had to be on your show tonight. You put out such great content. I just had to get on this platform. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. um,
Okay. Now, why did I become a holistic health advocate? So, at the age of 38, with 2 little kids and a husband and a career, I became deathly sick with a life threatening heart disease called cardiomyopathy.
wow.
At that time, I was plagued with severe migraine headaches, sinus headaches, recurrent sinus infections, depression, anxiety, insomnia. I also had trouble breathing. I had gastric reflux, H. pylori, irritable bowel syndrome, crippling arthritic pain, and I was also going through early menopause at 38. So
Oh,
it's like as if I was dying. I would
wow.
get 2 hours of sleep at night, and I would wake up and I just can't go back to sleep. So I
Hmm.
was just falling apart. Long
Hmm.
and short of it is that my medical doctor kept telling me that whatever was going on was in my head, and it got so bad I could not breathe, and I needed to see a doctor emergently, and he was not available. His nurse practitioner was available, so I saw her. And at that time, I was having a lot of palpitations. I just couldn't breathe. I was just having a lot, and I had no energy. I
Right,
would
right.
walk across the room, tired, sit to rest, and then continue. So she did a 12 lead EKG on me, and it shows that I was having irregular heartbeat.
Heart.
So she said, "You're not going home. I'm sending you to a cardiologist." She sent me to a cardiologist. They diagnosed me with this cardiomyopathy, where the muscle function of my heart was functioning at 30 to 35%, and normal is over 55.
Mm.
So he put me on pills, etc. And that didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
So a coworker of mine encouraged me to see an electrophysiologist, a doctor who specializes in the electrical activity of the heart. And he did a procedure, and it was successful. After my 2 weeks check, he said, "Listen, I want you to change the way you eat, get walk 30 minutes every day, get adequate sleep, cut out coffee, decrease your stress level, blah, blah." A holistic approach. Only I didn't know that's what it was called. And because I was so desperate to feel well, I followed the doctor's orders.
Mm-hmm.
And as I changed the way I ate, as I included exercise, as I embraced a holistic approach, my body started healing.
Wow.
And I realized that that's not the approach that is used in the hospital setting, because I was an ICU nurse. I've always been an ICU nurse. Most of my nursing experience has been in ICU, and I don't see that approach. I saw drugs.
Drugs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I know that drugs are band aid,
Yeah. Yeah.
because whenever we have issues, there's an underlying issue.
Mm-hmm.
What is the cause of the anxiety? Why aren't you sleeping?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you having maddening headaches?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I embrace a holistic approach, because the thing is that we're not just our body, we are body, mind, and spirit, the whole being.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever is happening, we have to address it from a holistic standpoint.
Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And I know that you celebrated a birthday recently. And I know that you're not ashamed to tell us what age you are. Is that correct?
That's correct. I am proud to say I am 60 years of age. I will be 61 in May.
I mean, guys, if you're watching this show right now, look at this young lady.
Yeah.
I mean, look at her. Look at her. Look at her. Look at the bone. You can see the bone color, and the face. The skin is glowing. The eyes are big and bright.
Yeah.
I mean, you are like the epitome of what you stand for. Not only do you talk about being healthy from the inside out, all of the different things with sleep and with diet and exercise and all of the different aspects, which I know you're going to cover, but you look it. You don't look like you're 60. You probably look like you're 35, somewhere around there. Absolutely amazing, and I'm so inspired, and I'm so exactly ecstatic to have you on the show again. So I just wanted to let you know that.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Let us go to the chats, and you tell us your thought right afterwards. Alison Owens, welcome again. Blessings to you all. Tina, whoop whoop. Not aging, says Beth Barrington. Aura, wow. Tafari, she's a hot mama. It's the attitude. Hey, Mr. Peter Gracie, look at this young lady who says she's 61. I don't quite believe it, but I know. Spring chicken, says Oral. You were gonna say something as I said that. Do you remember what you were about to say?
Well, I'm not sure what I was going to say, but I'd like to say now that I live what I teach.
Yes.
I live it. I mean, what I've written in my 3 books, I live it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not telling folks that I heard it from so and so. I'm telling folks that, listen, you need to sleep 7 to 8 hours. That's what's going to keep you young. You need to sleep 7 to 8 hours, because that's when the body heals.
Mm-hmm.
That's when your body builds its immune system.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I do. And I wake up in the morning energetic, full of life. I don't wake up cranky in the morning. You know what I mean? So,
what time do you wake up, Marva? What time do you wake up typically?
Typically, I'm awake at 6, and I like to just be in the bed for a little bit, center myself, and I usually get out of the bed by 6:30, 7. I do some stretching in my bed before I actually get up to, because one thing you will find is that as you get a little older, the joints are not as supple. Even though you exercise and you eat healthy, you'll have some stiffness and some joint pain. So what I do some stretches in my bed before I get up, before I get out of the bed between 6:30 and 7.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. So I want to put up this one, but you said, thank you, Tafara, for sharing it into your group. Guys, feel free to share it into your groups, share it to
Thank
your
you.
friends. This is going to be a very, very important message today. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss a show. We have some really great guests coming up. And guess what? You know, you might even be the next guest. So connect with me if you have something that you want to share with the world. Connect with me, okay? All right, so that actually leads me to your first book, Marva Riley. Your first book was about being the doctor. Is that yeah? Eat, sleep, meditate. Some of the things that you were just talking about.
Yes.
Can you just give us a summary of what this book is? We're going to spend most of the time today on your third book, but let us just go back a little bit before we go forward. Give us a little summary of what this book is about.
My first book, Eat, Sleep, Meditate, A Nurse's Guide to Health. And in this book is where I share my story of being deathly ill
Mm,
with life threatening illnesses. And it wasn't necessarily because I was eating very bad or that I wasn't exercising. It was because of a lot of different issues that was going on in my life. I
mm-hmm,
had gone through 2 divorces. I had a rough childhood, and I also didn't know how to eat healthily,
mm,
and I didn't know how to take care of myself. I was busy taking care of my
mm-hmm.
husband and my children and everybody else, and not
Right.
myself. So it's a memoir and a health guide to show folks how I was able to reverse those multiple health issues
Mm-hmm.
by embracing a holistic lifestyle and holistic approach. And in this book, I also included some healthy recipes, etc. But that's the essence of that first book.
Okay.
I've had a lot of great reviews about that first book because a lot of people can relate
Mm,
to the many illnesses that I had, and it gave people hope that, listen, whatever is going on with you, whether it's a mental health issue, emotional health issue, spiritual health issue, or physical health issue, you too can rise above it and heal yourself, because if I could, so can you.
beautiful, beautiful. And I
Tarifa,
know I'm saying this right. Tarika?
Tarifa,
Tar, Tarifa?
Tarifa.
Tarifa. Just said, I need to get your book for a friend. So I've just dropped the link to Marva Riley's Amazon page, and it has her 3 books. You can get all 3 and you can send those to your friend. Okay, so let's go ahead and welcome Nikki Oxley. She was on the show on Thursday, and
Yeah.
she is the professional makeup artist. Absolutely amazing interview. You got to watch that and learn about where she came from to where she is now, working with some of the biggest celebrities in couture fashion, high fashion, and all of that good stuff. Welcome, Nikki, to the show. And again, Aurel, you mentioned coffee earlier. Is 3 cups a day too much? Hold that thought, Marva. Hold that thought
Okay.
for a second.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
Inspiring and very empowering to be able to turn the pain into power. Um, Terrific. There's the link for you. How it rhymes. Self care is a must, says Nikki.
Mhm.
Welcome, Joan Edgehill. One of my recent followers. Is she? I don't know if she's a part of your group, but welcome, Joan. It's good to have you a part of this show tonight. Do you know who Joan is?
I don't think I know who Joan is, but I'd love to have Joan in my health group.
Good.
So you can
We're
invite
gonna
her.
we're gonna give the link to that shortly. I
Yeah.
purchased all three books and gave them as gifts. Welcome, Althea Asu. Welcome to Althea Asu. You've done more than purchase. I think you've probably been instrumental in part of the books as well.
Yes,
So
she
let's
has
just.
actually written a part of. She wrote the first chapter of my weight loss book.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Let's go back to this question. You mentioned coffee earlier. Is 3 cups a day too much? Says Aurel.
I think it is too much. because you're drinking 3 cups of coffee. How much water are you drinking? And coffee really doesn't count as liquids because coffee is a diuretic. So when you drink that coffee, it pulls water from your body.
Oh.
Even though you're drinking liquid, it's you're pulling water. So that's why you'll pee a lot after drinking coffee.
Hmm.
I think 3 cups of coffee is too much. And also, what are you putting in the coffee? Are you putting sugar or artificial sweetener in the coffee?
Mm.
But maybe you could shoot for two instead of
start
three.
start weeding yourself off.
Yeah, or winning down because I personally have a cup of coffee in the mornings,
Hmm.
but I only have 1 cup of coffee in the mornings, more out of habit. Not necessarily that I like it, but more out of it doesn't perk me up or anything, more out of habit. And
Okay.
it's quite addictive, you know.
Hmm.
But if you could, I think I would suggest that you wean it down to two.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and talk about your second book now. What is the essence of your second book?
Okay. So my second book is called Share Recipe Book. It's an acronym for Simple, Healthy, Easy, Inexpensive Recipes. The thing is that you see me posting all these delicious foods on social media, and a lot of people always ask me, what's in it? How do you cook it? Things like that. And at home, I whip up dinner every day in under 30 minutes, usually 20 minutes. I can whip up dinner. So
Uh-huh.
my husband said to me, you know what? You should put these recipes in a book because every single day your food tastes different. And people
Woo!
love this kind of stuff. And it's so easy to prepare. And it's nothing different. It's just regular ingredients that's in the kitchen, your black pepper and salt and a little bit of allspice and stuff like that. And
Mm.
that's how this book came about. I have over 100 literally simple, healthy, easy, and delicious, inexpensive recipes in this book that you can whip up to feed your family in less than 30 minutes.
Wow. And again, the share stands for simple, healthy,
Easy,
easy,
inexpensive
inexpensive
recipes.
recipes.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love that title.
Thank
Marva, I gotta say, your presence is just radiant, and you've brought in quite a few people from your community. So I'm just want to say thank you for bringing your following here today. Please, guys, go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe because we're having some great shows coming up. Exactly one that we're having today. We have a couple of more questions that came through. And big shout out and welcome to Andrea Cole, the beautiful and talented Andrea Cole. Very interesting subject. Enjoying the show. Thank you so much, Andrea, for tuning in tonight. I really appreciate you. Here's a question. Coffee can be addictive, especially those with lots of inflammation in the body. What do you think?
you absolutely
Oh, I'm sorry. Acidic. Acidic is the word.
yes, coffee can be acidic. There are some research that show that a little bit of coffee is not bad. I know that I grew up with my grandfather having a mug of coffee every day, and they lived until they were well in their 90s. And one of my grandfathers lived to be 101. They had a cup of coffee every day, but they grew their own coffee.
Mm.
What's happening with the coffee that they're serving right now is that, or they're selling right now, is that the coffee that we're buying, the the Folgers or on those brands and on the supermarket shelf, they also are grown with pesticides and
Mm.
other chemicals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so it is recommended that if you are drinking coffee, that you buy organic, the probably the most expensive, the purest, the most
Mm-hmm.
organic coffee that you can get, and that you drink it in moderation, perhaps 1 cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
As
Mm-hmm.
opposed to 3, 4, 5, 6 cups of coffee. There's a saying that says the poison is in the dose. So
Oh,
no matter what it is, whatever is
moderation
poisonous,
again.
it is
Moderation.
it's the dose, I believe, of the coffee that gets us on there. And also, a lot of people put a lot of like cow's milk and sugar and
Sugar.
sugar substitute in the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps that's what's more inflammatory than the actual coffee. Because think about it, coffee is a bean.
Uh-huh.
It's a plant.
It's supposed to be healthy. Coffee, the
Exactly.
bean, right?
But what are they doing with the beans? For example, I recently, in my research, found out that they actually put chemicals on the nuts that we eat.
Oh,
The almond nuts, the
yeah,
peanuts, and
yeah.
those nuts, they put chemicals. So if you can buy the nuts in its pod
Mm-hmm.
and
And
crack it
crack it
yourself
yourself.
and eat it, then you would have eliminated a lot of the pesticides and stuff that they put on these things.
Right, right. Interesting. We have another question. Is that the same for tea? Why I use the bathrooms so much after?
Yes. Many teas are caffeinated. Many of them. The herbal teas oftentimes are not caffeinated, but the regular tea, like the Lipton tea bag, for example, is caffeinated, and the caffeine in it is the diuretic,
Mm,
like the coffee. So yeah,
okay.
that's one reason why you pee so much. And the same thing with tea. In fact, my cardiologist had told me to get rid of tea because I grew up in a culture, a Jamaican culture, where we drank tea. We
Uh-huh.
didn't really drink coffee. We drank a lot of tea. And
That's
I
true.
used to drink that Lipton tea bag 3, 4 times a day. And I used to like it strong. So I would put 2 tea bags in
Uh-huh.
a mug of hot
Uh-huh.
water.
Yeah.
And at that time, he said, get rid of it because of the caffeine could cause irregular heartbeat. So,
Oh,
and it also is a diuretic. So
right.
moderation.
Moderation. Let's get to some of these comments here. Love that acronym for the use for the title. That's the share book there. Althea says nothing expensive to purchase to eat healthy. Nothing expensive to purchase to eat healthy. Mm.
Nothing too expensive is
Oh,
probably
okay.
what she's
Okay.
saying. Mhm.
And Rasta Way workout. I would love to know what the Rasta Way workout is.
He
Welcome
is
to.
I can tell you,
Uh
Rastaway
huh.
Workout is a fitness instructor. He's a
Oh,
fitness professional, and
okay.
he probably somebody you could get on your show. He's an awesome person.
All right. So let's connect. Let's connect, Mr. Rasta Way workout. Let's connect. Let's have you on the show as well. We want to get as much skill and expertise and support that we can get, especially in our journey to try to stay healthy. Because a lot of us have challenges, and we need all the support we can get.
Yes.
All right. We have to support our own. I love that, says Rasta. Um, Hey, Andrea. Okay. Drink water only. Drink only water, says Rasta. Way workout. Natural Charms. Greetings tonight. Good to have you, my darling. We are waiting to have you on the show as soon as you get your schedule together. And she does some natural things, and we're going to have her on the show. Good evening, lady, she says. 3 cups could be a little too much. Real coffee is the best.
Yes.
Althea says, greetings, everyone. Welcome and enjoy. Good to have you again. Um, okay. I don't know how to pronounce this one. Do you know how to pronounce this one?
Yes, that's Yukanya is a registered nurse
Oh,
in South Florida, and she is in our group. Thank you so much for joining us,
thank you,
Yukanya.
Yukania. Nice to have you. She said, how about organic coffee? And I think you might have touched on that.
Yes, if you're going to drink coffee, you buy the best quality coffee, organic coffee, the highest quality. Do some homework and buy the highest quality coffee, because our food is contaminated, whether it's tea, whether it's coffee, whether it's kale. Um, our food is contaminated. It's heavily sprayed, and they put a lot of chemicals on stuff like that. And
Hmm.
so whatever you can buy organic is always best. Even bottled water, you have to be careful of buying bottled water in plastic. You always have to be thinking of what's best for you. So yeah, if you have to drink coffee, I would say buy the highest quality um, coffee. I personally, I drink a cup of coffee in the mornings and I buy the Jamaican, the good, the best quality Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee because
Wow.
it is rated as one of the top quality coffee in the world.
Okay. And just remember, guys, we're only a quarter of the way through the show. We could go as long as you have time, Marva, but I'm not going to keep you up too long. So I know you like to get your rest in a good hourly rate time. But
I'll stay as long as our guests and friends want me to stay.
beautiful, beautiful. But we are going to be talking about her third book, which is How to Lose Weight and Keep It Off, coming up very very soon. So don't go anywhere. That's the main reason why we're here today, to catch you up with what's going on with Marva and her many books. But let's go to the question, the comment here. All organic nuts, says Yikania.
Yes, organic nuts, unsalted, and if you can at all buy it in the shell. For example, I live in Georgia. It's pecan state.
Mm,
So this it's pecan season now, and what we've been doing is to buy the pecan in the shell, okay? Because then they don't get to spray the stuff inside. But if you're buying pecan or whatever nuts that's already shelled, just know it's highly likely that it has um, chemicals on it.
mm,
You can't always avoid it,
mm-hmm,
but if you whatever you can buy organic, I would say buy organic. A lot of us can't afford organic, and it's okay if you take care of your body. I believe that the body will be able to handle some chemical because
mm,
you can't avoid everything.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But then again, it's the portion and the quantity.
Okay. And Thafaras again says organic and 100% coffee is the best to drink. Most coffees sold in cafe are not 100%.
No,
Yeah.
no, and most coffee sold in and Tarifa is so correct. And most coffee sold in the supermarkets and the grocery store are not 100%.
Mm.
So, for example, I'm not promoting any store in any way, but recently we've been buying our coffee at Fresh Market
Okay.
because the quality of their stuff, the
Uh-huh.
Whole Foods and the Fresh Market are usually a lot better than your local supermarket and your local store. So might as well just spend a little bit more money and buy high quality coffee. For example, they have high quality coffee that come from Tanzania, for example,
Uh-huh.
from Jamaica and overseas.
Okay.
Because one of the things that I found out is that the coffee that's grown in the United States are not the best quality coffee.
Okay. Very good to know.
Yeah.
What's your favorite spices you use on your recipe?
Oh man, I don't use a whole lot of different spices, but I always have, of course, salt. I use black pepper, the one I have to grind
Mm-hmm.
myself.
Mm-hmm.
I like allspice. I always have Jamaican jerk seasoning on hand. I always have Jamaican curry on hand. I always cook with onion, garlic, tomato.
Mm-hmm.
I also like some seeds that the Indians use to cook because it helps with digestion.
Oh,
And one of them is black cumin,
okay.
fennel, and caraway seeds. If you saute your beans or sprinkle a little of it in your vegetable, my sister actually, I introduced her to the black cumin recently, and she actually puts it in her grinder, in her blender, grind it into a powder and sprinkles it on her salad. And she said it helps her to digest the beans and to digest the salad. So those are the things that I use over and over and over: the salt, the black pepper, the allspice, those seeds I mentioned. And I cook with onion, garlic, tomato every day. And what else did I say? I also always have Jamaican. If I want a little bit more spice, I'll have the Jamaican curry or the Jamaican jerk sauce. Pretty simple.
Whoops. Hold on one second. What happened here? What happened here? Just give me 1 second. It looked like it threw out my audio again. I was trying to do something at the back there. Bear with us, guys. Bear with us, guys. The audio just went out a little bit. Um,
I can
let
hear
us.
you.
You can hear me. All
Mhm.
right. I think we're back. Okay, continue.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay,
continue.
so that's it pretty much for spices. But
Okay.
I would say whatever favorite spice, one spice I would caution people about using is sazon. It's very popular among Caribbean folks and Latin. It's not a good spice to use. So you should stay away from sazon. But I was reading the back of the Jamaican curry, and a lot of the spices that I use are in the Jamaican curry.
Ah.
It's like it's just cumin, for
Uh-huh.
example,
Uh-huh.
and they has I think it has paprika and salt and black pepper and things like that. Very healthy and turmeric.
Uh-huh.
Everybody knows how healthy turmeric is. It's in the Jamaican curry. So the spices that we use in Jamaica, the curry and the jerk, have good ingredients. And you can't go wrong with a little salt. By the way, some people think that high blood pressure is a salt issue. It
Yes.
isn't a salt issue at all. Okay. The thing is that we need salt. We need sodium. What we do is that we overdo salt.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
it's okay to cook your food with salt. Don't add salt to the food after it's cooked. But you need salt.
Mm.
Black pepper is very healthy and very good. In fact, in India, they use black pepper for medicinal purposes. They put black pepper in hot water and sip on it when they have a cold, for example.
Oh, interesting. All
Mhm.
right, we're gonna come to our main topic in a second. Let's just see what else we have here. Let me make sure I haven't missed anything. Did you bring some coffee back from your trip? We're not gonna answer every single question. I love a pecan. Uh, let's see what we have here. Hello from Port St. Lucie. Welcome to Lady Carmel
Wow,
Burnett.
yes,
I know
yes,
that she's in the group because I've seen her many times
yes,
leaving
yes,
comments. Cumin.
cumin,
I,
yes.
d- I make cumin tea every night. Wow, really?
Good stuff. Good
Greetings,
stuff.
greetings, Suzanne Morris. Good to have you here. Thanks for tuning in tonight. All right, and make sure, guys, you hit the like button. I only have like 12 likes, and we have at least 24 people in here at the moment. So please, just hit the like button. It's good for the algorithm, man. It's good for the algorithm.
Yes,
Now
yes.
I'm hungry, says Tafara. All these. Okay, perfect, perfect. We can
Yeah.
hear you. That's great.
Mhm.
Um, coriander, coriander. That's another one.
Yes, yes. Coriander is in the Jamaican curry also. That's another excellent spice.
Yes.
Yes.
Greetings, Wade. Wayne, nice to have you here with us tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Very informative, says Joan. Good to have you again. All right, we're about to get into the main book that is coming up. Good to know black pepper helps. Yeah, I like a little black pepper on my food.
Mhm.
Ford Brian, nice to have you here. It's been a long time. Thank you so much for tuning in tonight. The new season, we're talking to interesting people who are inspiring and have something really good for the community. And Marva Riley is definitely an example of that. She's been on before, and we always have her back. Every time you do a new book, let's have you back again.
I'm working on one.
Oh, wow. All right. So now that leads us to the third book that you have out right now, Marva Riley, the author. Let me just read something here. Marva Riley is an registered nurse. She's an author, an educator, holistic health advocate, an international speaker, and many more. She's a mother. She's a. Are you a grandmother too, or no?
I'm a grandmother of
Grand.
four beautiful children. I have three granddaughters and a grandson.
Oh, and you look like you're 21. aging, aging backwards. Um, Tell us about your third book, and I think that for me, I think this is the most important book for me personally. So, tell us about this book.
Yes, and this book I wrote because I realized that a lot of people need help in that area.
Uh-huh.
So this is my third book. It's called Lose Weight and Keep It Off for Good, Understanding the Weight Loss Game.
Mm.
And this book was published just before Christmas of 2022. The thing is that I realized that a lot of people want to lose the weight. Every year they start this yo-yo dieting come January, and by March or April, they fizzle. And I know it's not because they do not want to lose the weight. I came to realize that a lot of people don't know how.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know how to lose the weight in a healthy way.
Mm-hmm.
And the weight loss industry, the gastric bypass industry, the weight loss pills, now they have a weight loss injection, the shakes and all of that. It's a big industry.
Yo, it's huge, especially at the beginning of the year, right?
It billions of dollars
Yeah.
they
Uh-huh.
make every year, and they give people false hope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they tell you that you can lose 30 pounds in 30 days.
Mm.
But what they don't tell you is that as soon as you get off that shake and you stop taking the pills and the injection, because
Mm-hmm.
you have to stop taking it at some time or the other.
Which are
And
usually expensive too.
yes, yes, because I met someone who told me that they that was 3 years ago. They were paying $10 per pill.
Oh my word.
Repeal. And you
Mm.
can't take those things indefinitely. You can't take the
Exactly.
injection indefinitely.
Uh-huh.
And even if you do gastric bypass, if you don't change the way you eat, you're going to put back all that weight and
Yep.
then some.
Yep.
So folks get frustrated come March and they just say, forget it. Now, I have been able to master the weight loss strategy because I've been
I gotta applaud you for that.
yes. And it's not as difficult as folks make it out to be, put it that
Okay.
way. It's
All
not
right.
difficult. If you understand some basic strategies, some basic steps, then you too can master it, lose the weight, keep it off for good, and then you won't have to do this yo yo dieting every year. And that's what
Yes.
this book is about.
So I know that you're not going to obviously give us the entire book, but can you give us some of the tips that are included in the book? What can you share with us today? Can you share like maybe three of the? Because you have like 10 points, is it? 8 points?
It's my title says 12, but it's actually more than 12. But I'm going
Okay,
to give you three.
three.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, the first thing that everybody must deal with when you're venturing to change any situation in your life, whether it's your financial situation,
Mm.
whether it's your relationship with your partner situation, your job, whatever situation, your health, you've got to deal with the mind.
Mindset. Yes. Yes.
So in my book, I said perhaps January or February is not the time for you to venture on your weight loss journey.
Okay.
Maybe you need to take that time and think long and hard about what strategy, how much weight you want to lose, for example. What is the ideal weight that you want to get to? What are you going to do to get to that ideal weight? What are some strategies that you can implement? Maybe you need to pray about it because health, weight loss is not just physical, it includes mental, emotional, and spiritual. So perhaps you need to pray about it. Ask God to show you, what do I need to do?
Mm.
How do I need to go about it? Will you give me the strength to do it?
Yes.
Because you're going to
Yes.
need the
You
strength.
need help.
Yes. So
Ask
you've
for,
got to deal
ask for,
with this first.
ask for help, just like you would ask for help for any other thing. Ask for help
That's
to be.
right.
You know, it was so funny when you put that into your community recently, the last few days. I'm like, you know what? I never asked. I never prayed. I never prayed about my weight loss journey.
Mhm.
And I'm like, Very, very important. Let me do that. So that's something that I've incorporated now that I've heard it from you. I mean,
Yeah,
and it's just a simple. It's a simple thing, really, when you think about it.
because we really don't think we don't think about that. But my goodness, I mean, for those of us that are faith based, we believe that this body is a temple of God.
Hmm.
So we know that God wants us to take care of this temple. So how appropriate is it for us to ask God to help us? Show me, what do I need to do to take care of this temple in
Hmm.
which you live?
Hmm.
So that's my first tip, is to deal with the mind,
Deal with
okay,
the mind
and
first.
seek help. The thing is that, Melissa, you just finished your retirement ready series,
Right.
and many people had their 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, 15 year plan.
Uh huh.
And if you ask anybody, what's your 5 year plan? Immediately they think of money.
Right.
But what is your 1 year, 5 year, 10 year, 15 year health
Health
plan?
plan. And you know what? The health actually ties very, very much into that whole retire ready research series, because if you don't have good health, you're not even going to be able to enjoy your retirement.
That's
And a lot of the finances that you've accumulated is going to go for health, uh, repair, health,
yeah,
you
health
know.
care. Yeah,
So it's very, very
100%.
yeah, it's very, very important. So number one is your mindset. Let me go to some of these comments before we
Yes.
continue on to your
Hmm.
second and third.
Hmm.
So Suzanne Morris, she said, love the health advice you deliver. Thank you so much, Suzanne, for that amazing comment. Vaughn Bryant, it's been a while, definitely. She stole my thunder, yes, and welcome. She stole my thunder. I didn't know if I greeted you earlier, but thank you so much for joining us. You said you were tardy. That's all right, as long as you're here. It doesn't mind. It doesn't matter. Yes, you want to make. They want to make money. You get involved in pharmaceutical, adult content, and weight loss. That's definitely how you can make your money by those things.
Hmm.
Althea Sue, there are so many quick fixes to weight loss. Um, there there are not lasting. They are not lasting.
Hmm.
Uh,
Unsustainable. Hmm.
Healthy lifestyle is key to longevity, and we have a fine example, a fine specimen of a person right in front of us in Marva Riley. Hi, hi, hi. It's been a while. Yes, da, da. Commitment and consistency, says Coach Mary McKenzie. Commitment and consistency, and I'm sure those are probably ones that are on your list somewhere. I
Yes.
know for sure. I know they
Yes.
are, because you talk about it every day on your
Hmm.
community.
Hmm.
Mr. Barrington Spence, greetings and welcome to the show. It's good to have you here, sir.
Hmm.
I'm rather apologetic for my prior restrictions, for not being a and steadfast supporter, listening and audience. That's fine. You can come anytime and support the channel. It's open for everybody. Just good vibes is what we require here.
Yes.
Amen, sister. Mindset is everything.
Yes.
Tina says, amen to that.
Yes. Yes.
Uh, Amen. People are just agreeing with you left, right, and center, Mr.
Hmm.
Marva.
Yes.
Althea says, all these quick fixes are just that. Yeah, you're right. You have to be consistent with your diet, exercise, sleep, mental health, spiritual health, and get an accountability partner. And that is why I love about your community. For those who may not know, we're going to tell you about Marva's community in a little bit. Coach Mary, there is power in prayer. Yes, there is. Yes, there is. Bath Fountain. That's the way to go. That's the way to go. Vaughn, I'm blessed. I have become comfortable with using my voice in these YouTube spaces. I have had so many great opportunities to do so. Hope all is well. Now, Vaughn Bryant has an amazing voice, has an amazing actor's voice. I'm getting into retirement next year. Can't believe time flies. That's
Mhm.
amazing. You could definitely check out my series on that. You might find some tips there too. Discipline was the big thing for me. That's
Yes.
what's going to get you to the gym every day.
Mm.
Motivation comes and goes. Let's just stop here for a second.
Yeah.
Um, about the gym. Do you have anything to say about the gym? Do you have anything to say about the gym?
I, yes, I do. I attended the gym for a number of years while I lived in South Florida. I liked the gym. I actually had a gym. I think I only paid $20 a month. It wasn't the fanciest gym, but they had it whatever I needed, and I was the only female in that weight room. And the guys would say, "Drop the ball on my tummy for me, please." But that was fine. But yeah, the gym is good. But I want folks to know that you don't have to go to the gym.
That's where I was going. That's where I was going with that question.
You don't have to go to the gym because I've been in Georgia for 5 years, and they have a YMCA in our community. And we decided that we're not going to join the YMCA. It's a little pricey, and we're watching our budget. So we have some free weights.
Mm,
I have a little one here on my
I
thing,
see.
but I have more. I mean,
I see your big weights. You like don't you have like 10 and 20 pounds? I see you with like some 20 pound. I'm like
yes,
that little girl holding those big weight. Oh my word!
yes, yes.
Talk about your outdoor gym. Your outdoor. You
Oh,
just
yes.
make whatever it is an exercise equipment or even your own body weight. Talk about that a little bit.
Yes, yes. So you don't need to be in a gym. If you have the opportunity to be in the gym, that's awesome because to be honest with you, if I had a gym in my community that was the price was reasonable enough, I would go. Because there's some equipment in the gym that you're not going to be able because you can't
Mm,
buy all equipment
hmm
at home.
hmm
But there's some equipment at the gym that could really help you to ramp up
mm.
your fitness and
Okay.
tone. Okay,
Oh,
so if you have the opportunity to go to the gym,
okay.
last year I was in Florida for a month for my grandson's birth, and I went to my son's community gym, and my
Mhm.
God, I was ripped.
Ah! All right. Okay. Now.
So if you have the opportunity, grab it. Like if you have a community gym or you can go to a cheap gym,
Yeah.
go for it.
Yes.
But me personally, we live on an acre of land and we have trees that fall and we cut down trees. And I use tree stumps to lift. Yes.
I
And
know.
and I use tree stump to do the toe touch. The Rastaway would know what I'm talking about. And Althea, the fitness trainers. And I use we have some old iron from the previous owner, and I use them to lift weights, whatever. I
Mm,
use we have some bricks, some bricks in our yard, and I use them as weights to work my arms.
mm,
So you can use what you can use chair,
mhm,
your steps in your backyard. You just have to be creative. I
mm.
jog in my yard, like I do like 40 laps round and round. I put some music in my ears and I do 40 laps, and the 40 laps is equivalent to 2 miles.
Right.
And I do that 5 days a week or so. I rest like Wednesday and stuff because you don't want to overdo it. So I
Yes.
rest like 5 days and then I walk the other 2 days. But yeah,
Right.
you can be creative. You can exercise. It's cold now. Some people like Tarifa lives in Pennsylvania, so she
Uh,
probably can't work out outside. But you can work out inside. Like I share a video in my group of a couple that does exercise for beginners, medium, and advanced.
uh-huh.
You can subscribe to these fitness people,
Right.
and they will give you ideas, and you exercise right there in your bedroom, in your living room, in your kitchen, wherever.
Yep. 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 Yeah, you can buy a lot of inexpensive things. You can buy a jump rope. You can buy your weights, as you said. You can buy those stretchy things. What are they're called? Those
The
like the
bands, yes,
bands. Yeah.
yes.
I know that Althea has a lot of equipment that she takes out with her clients. You know, she works out in the park. She was training me for a little bit actually. I gotta get back with Althea again. But
Yeah.
yeah, I like to be outdoors. I like to just be outdoors. But yes, I'll go to the gym when it's raining. And I have a free gym available to me. I usually now I'm walking to the gym, which is about a 30-minute walk.
Very good.
I'll exercise in the gym, and then walk back. So
Can I make a suggestion, MJ?
uh-huh.
You like to exercise outside, which is good. But how about if you go to the gym maybe twice a week and do
Mm-hmm.
some um some resistance training,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you know, with some
Mm-hmm.
weights. You don't have to start with
Oh
big
yeah.
weights. You can, you know, do some resistance training, because if you do
Mm-hmm.
the cardio will help you to burn off the fat.
Mm-hmm.
But that those sexy arms, that
Mm.
what's gonna is a resistance and weight training that's gonna get you those nice toned arms that you're gonna be proud to look at in your
Yeah.
sleeveless shirt for
Uh-huh.
those summer and stuff like that.
Right.
And
Right.
so I suggest that maybe 2 days a week you could
Oh
go and
yeah. I hit the gym at least 2 days a week now.
okay, good,
Yes.
good,
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah,
All right. Let's get back into. We've had a couple of tips. Let's just make sure that we don't miss anybody's. Discipline was the big thing for me. That's what's going to get you to the gym. Get that's what's
to
That's
the gym
what's
every
going
day.
to get you to the gym every day.
Yes,
Motivation comes and goes. Yes,
mm-hmm.
it's the discipline. Correct,
It's
correct.
discipline.
Barrington says, an audience of your edifying and extremely educative show. Definitely. Come on, always welcome. Put it in writing. When you see it, that will be a constant reminder of the journey you're embarking in. It's a lifetime commitment. A lifetime commitment.
Yes.
You can touch back on any of these points in a little bit. Oral says Marva is also a great dancer. I saw her video. Yes, definitely a lady out of my own heart. Unless we love to dance, man. We love our live music.
Yes, yes. Yeah,
Yes,
I like to
indeed.
yeah.
So let's see. Who else do we have here? Discipline and consistency. That is the key.
That is a key.
Yvette, welcome, darling. Welcome, Yvette. Now, Yvette likes to dance. Yvette can dance. And she is probably 65, maybe? Tell us your age. I think she might be a little older than that. She's not ashamed as well. She looks young. She's at the
Yeah,
beach
yeah.
in a two-piece.
Oh,
I
yes, I see.
Ivan, let us know how old you are, my darling. Remember when we celebrated your birthday at Lalo's? It
Yeah,
was the best birthday.
yes.
I think
Mhm.
the biggest weight I got was 30 pounds. Working to get back to that for my arm curls. Yes, we got to work on our arms so it doesn't wobble when you wave it at somebody.
Yeah. And I tell you can do chair dip. You can use a chair. I mean, you have Althea and Rastaway. They're both fitness trainers. They can give you tips, you know, and stuff like that, and train you. But you
Mhm.
can do some chair dips for
Mhm.
the tricep.
Mhm.
So many
Oh,
exercises you can
so
do.
many things we could do, and we have a lot of stuff available on YouTube and stuff like that. All right,
Yes.
we're at the 1 hour mark, and we I know we have a lot to go, and I want to make sure that we conclude everybody in this show. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is the Millissa Jayne show, and we are here every Tuesday and Thursday. For this new season of the year in 2023, we have some amazing guests. If you actually look at my channel, there's a playlist. It's called New Season 2023, and each of the guests have something incredible to bring to you. Marva Riley, registered nurse, is an author, and she's talking about her 3 books today. The main book, which is a brand new book, is Lose Weight and Keep It Off for Good. And there's something else that you say after that as well. And
Understanding the weight loss game.
understanding the weight loss game. And we're just taking a tiny little break as we go ahead and share. Like our beautiful moderator Gail at night says, please be sure to click the like button. And you can share it too. Tell a friend. We got probably another 30 or another hour to go. We can be flexible. We can do another hour if she's here for it. Okay, guys. So this is Marva Riley. Let me just remind you that my name is Millissa Jayne, and I am your tech tutor. People have been asking me again about certain things that I've been teaching over the time, and I'm going to be bringing those back. So, you guys, if you need help with your graphic design, your Facebook, your Instagram, video marketing, video editing, YouTube, getting your YouTube channel started, website creation, get in touch with me and I will help you. You can find a lot of this stuff for free online, but if you need that extra help, I can be your one-to-one tutor. And again, we just finished with a Retire Ready Research Part 1, and we talked about things like budgeting, your net worth, ditching debt, living will, revocable trusts, your 401k, your social security, and many other things are coming in part 2 of the Retire Ready Research Project. We are looking at our situation and making sure that we have all of these things planned and our paperwork in order so that we're not surprised. Later on, we're going to be talking about funeral planning. You know, these things are not necessarily enjoyable to talk about, but these are things that we kind of need to have in place, and that's what this research project is all about. And again, the archives are there on my YouTube channel. You can find a whole playlist with about, I don't know, 8 videos on there, and it's all to help us all. All right, let's get back to our special guest today, who is the beautiful Marva Riley, who is a registered nurse. She's an author of 3 books and more on the way. She gives us what we need. She sees what people need, and she just writes a book that caters for us. Holistic health advocate. Holistic. Not just one part of it. It's the holistic approach. Mm-hmm. And she's an international speaker and person who's appearing on many podcasts and many YouTube channels. And we need you. We need you, Marva Riley. So it's my pleasure again to have you on the show for another time.
Thank you so much, Millissa.
All right, so let's get into some more of these comments. Let's get back into some of these comments before we go back into maybe one or two of your tips that are in that book. Could you hold up the book again? Do you have the book, or is it Yes, you do. This is Lose Weight and Keep It Off for Good. Because losing weight is usually not as hard as the keeping it off. The keeping it off part is the real problem. Because yes. I lose weight all the time. Yes. Like the beginning of the year, I say, all right, yeah, I'm gonna lose another 20 pounds again this year, and then towards the next quarter, it starts to creep back. So by summer, it's all back where it was. So it's the keeping it off part that I need help with. Let us hold that thought for a second. Let's just make sure that we get all of these people. Althea says, weight training is important for us as we age. It helps to strengthen our bones and prevents osteoporosis. I can never say that word properly. So
osteoporosis.
Osteoporosis. Okay. Mm-hmm. And Rasta Way Workout says, "Oh, you should see her daily videos. Very resourceful." That's what helps. That's what's helping me. That's what's helping me. Lady Carmel Burnett says, "Agreed. I have a gym membership, but I hardly attend." And that's why I don't have a gym membership anymore, because I used to waste so much money. But I have a free gym now, so that's all right. I lost 19 pounds in 5 months by walking and running. Mm-hmm. Walking and running, plus changing my diet. And I like the way how it's just done naturally. You know, you don't need all those different pills and potions and all those things. It can be done naturally. And I know that you'd probably say that's the safest way anyway, right?
Yes.
You definitely can be fit and healthy at home. The number one thing is determination and consistency. And everybody's been saying the same thing.
Yes.
Wow, says Suzanne. Vaughn shouting out everybody there. She's talking about thunder. Yes, there's an outdoor gym where I live, so no gym membership is required if you really want to get in shape. I'm not in a position where going without a gym is an option at the moment, I think. Yes, in the parks. Now, what I'm so happy about now, in the parks, especially in Florida, they have different workout stations, you know, the equipment. They're right there. It's free. There's so many free resources that it's not even funny. They're really and truly, there's no excuse to be unhealthy. You want to talk on that a little bit, or any of the points that I ran through?
There's absolutely no excuse why we cannot be healthy, especially if you live, well, wherever you are, really. Because if you live in South Florida or the Caribbean or warmer climate, I think Tarifa lived in Hawaii. She just
Mm,
recently moved.
mm,
Then you can walk and walk and walk. And if you live elsewhere, you can exercise in your home, or when it's a little warmer, like I live in Georgia, it gets cold, but
mm.
you can also change your exercise time. If it's very cold in the mornings, you could exercise in the afternoon. Just have to be creative and be very flexible. But I wanted to touch on the second point in my book. I want to say to our guests this evening that you cannot exercise off a bad diet.
Mm, mm,
And
mm,
the
mm.
weight loss industry makes people believe that they can eat any
Eat
old
what they
time,
want.
go to the gym, and work off that 2,000 calorie dinner that you had. It's not going to happen. You cannot exercise off a bad diet. So, after you've dealt with your mindset, the next thing that you absolutely must deal with if you want to lose the weight and keep it off for good is your diet. And diet simply means what you eat. With that nonsense about this diet and the other diet and the other diet, diet is what you eat. Now, this is what works for me, and I know it works for others. Today, I saw a post done by Dr. Greger, who is an awesome holistic health advocate. He wrote a book called How Not to Die. And he had a post today. Follow him if you can. There's a lot to learn. He said you should be eating 50% of your plate should be vegetables
Mm,
all the time. Not just a weight loss, but all that awesome micronutrients that you're getting from the vegetable. 50% should be vegetable, green vegetables, low calorie vegetables, non-starchy vegetables like the kale and the broccoli and the spinach, the cauliflower and the callaloo and things like that.
mhm,
And then the other half, you divvy up between your carbs, your protein, and your fat.
mhm.
If you do that all the time, you will lose the weight and you will keep it off for good.
That's
If you
key.
would stay out of McDonald's and stay out of Burger King and stay away from Dunkin' Donuts and
For
don't stack
real.
up with the
For
ice cream
real.
with it,
Oh,
you will
don't.
lose the weight and keep it
Wait,
off.
wait, 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 wait. What did you say about ice cream?
If you would don't stock it in your refrigerator,
You won't
go
eat it.
go buy yourself the treat, eat it, and get it over with.
I like what you say. You say if you buy it, you're gonna eat it. So don't buy it.
Don't buy it.
Don't bring it in the house
Don't
because
bring
you're
it in
gonna
the
need it.
house. Don't bring. If I love Oreo cookies, I love ice cream. Believe it or not, I like junk. So I cannot bring it in my house because,
Yeah.
Melissa, if I buy a loaf of bread and bring it in my house, between me and Anthony, it's done in a day or two.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh. And trust
I'm not bringing it in my house.
that's me with ice cream. If I bring in ice cream, you got a day or two or three. It's done. So you're right. I don't bring it in, and it, when I'm on this focus, then I'm very good. But I my like I said, it's consistency, and one of the biggest dangers that I find for myself is when you know that you've done it before, then you feel like, oh, I can lose the weight anytime I want. But that's so dangerous because then you have that false sense of security, knowing that, oh yeah, I can lose it whenever I want. But then I think with age it gets harder and harder and harder each
It
time.
sure
So
does.
it's that's a dangerous thing to be in. So your number two is diet. And that
Yeah.
also brings you back to your second book, right?
Yes.
Because the
Yes.
healthy
Yes.
eating.
Yes. And
So,
to think about it, my books actually tie in because the
of
first book
course,
was Eat, Sleep, Meditate. The second book was Share Recipe Book, and this one is Lose Weight. Because the thing is that even though this book is about losing the weight and keeping it off for good, it really is about healthy living.
it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
It's obvious that when you see when you see you, if people see you, they just know that this is your lifestyle. Period.
Yes.
That's just the way how you do it. It's like
Yes.
every day. And here's the other thing that is so impressive about you. Ever since I've known you, this is the same thing you've been talking,
Hmm.
and it's probably a good what 3 or 4 years now.
3 years.
Consistent along the board. I don't see nothing change.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
kudos to you.
Thank you so
Um,
much. Thank you so much.
Gail reminded us what those words, the resistance bands
Yes.
that I was trying to get.
Hmm.
Go ahead,
Hmm.
guys. Please go ahead and like the video. This is a very, 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 very good video. And I knew it would be. I knew it would be. um, yes, coming from Hawaii, it was a huge change on outside environment, but it doesn't stop me from working, uh, working outside. Just bundle up.
That's it. Yeah, you all have seen me. I have a thick jacket, scarf around my neck, a knitted hat outside.
You don't stay cold for
Exercising.
long.
No, once that's it. Once you start moving around, you start peeling stuff off.
Uh-huh.
But Melissa, where there is a will,
Yes.
you will make a way. The thing
Exactly.
is that folks cannot afford to not take care of themselves. That's just the bottom
Ah,
line. The
yeah.
things we used to get away with when we were 20 years old and 30 years old, we can't get away with it as we get older. It is imperative that we take care of ourselves, that we find a way to take care of ourselves, that we prioritize eating healthy, that we prioritize exercise. We
Hmm.
just have to.
Yeah. Or else you'll pay for it later, right?
Well, if we get a chance.
Oh, true, 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 true that. Be creative, says Althea. You can use items around the house to assist you on your fitness journey. Very
Mhm,
creative.
mhm.
Rhonda Sheffield is here. Greetings, Rhonda Sheffield. Good to have you. I think it might be maybe the first time or one of the first times you're tuning in tonight. We have the beautiful Marva Riley with us tonight. So I know that she is a life coach, possibly a woman of God. Greetings, and it's nice to have you with us. Looks like Gary Revelation Dixon is here. Happy New Year to you, my friend, and welcome to the show today. Good to have you. Suzanne, outdoor, fresh air, vitamin D, sun. This is so important too. You want to talk on this one, Marva?
Yes, I can talk on that one. Vitamin D the sun is a nat is provides natural vitamin D.
Mm.
A lot of times we have sleep issues, which if we don't sleep properly, if we have sleep issues, if we have challenge sleeping, if we're not sleeping properly, that can actually derail our weight loss journey. Because when we don't sleep well, we wake up the next day in a bad mood or we're low on energy and we generally reach for that extra cup or two or three or four cups of
Coffee,
coffee and we load it up with sugar,
sugar, and milk.
or we reach for Red Bull,
Right.
or we reach for the sugary sweet foods in an effort to ramp up our energy.
Mm,
Okay, but if we would get adequate sunlight,
mm. Natural.
natural sunlight, that will help with the circadian rhythm for our body.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and help us our body to produce serotonin, which helps with sleep
With sleep and mood.
and mood.
Excellent, excellent. I love that one. Thank you so much for that, Suzanne. I love to be outdoors and getting fresh air, and so does Suzanne.
Mhm.
Gary says I'm down the gym Monday to Friday as part of our jump in January. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Very
It's
good.
always good. Kettlebell. I have a kettlebell, 5 and 8 pound dumbbell. I have a kettlebell. I have a 5 pounds dumbbell. I need to get a 10 and maybe a 15. What is your heaviest one, Marva?
20 pounds. but I don't curl a lot with 20 pounds. You got to be careful now.
Okay.
Um, you don't want to, you know, some years ago, one of my friends who was a bodybuilder, and he was in the army in Guantanamo Bay, he told me, he said, Marva, you really don't need heavy weights to tone. He said you
Okay.
can do calisthenic and really tone your body.
Okay.
So you might want to start with a lower weight and then build up.
Mm.
And if it hurts, don't do it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? But my
Yes.
heaviest to curl, I curl with 20 pounds. Actually, I
20
was
pounds.
curling with 20 pounds today, but I'm most comfortable with a 10. But I
Yeah.
do curl with 20 pounds. I have 30 pound weights, but I don't curl with them. I'll use them to do like shoulder,
Oh, okay.
like
Okay.
this for shoulder exercise.
Awesome. Awesome. Can you give us a tip on what's your next book gonna be about? I think I can probably guess. Is it exercise?
I actually, I've actually started writing 2 books
Okay.
already.
Okay.
I kind of follow the vibes and the spirit leads me
Uh-huh.
where I
Uh-huh.
want to go.
Uh-huh.
The thing is that I I'm a woman, I'm a 60, almost 61-year-old woman who have had a lot of hardships in life.
Mm. Mm.
Hardships as a child, as a young adult. As I said, I've been through 2 divorces. I've had foreclosures. I've lost a lot.
Wow.
And at this time, Melissa,
Uh-huh.
I am at my best
Go ahead, girl.
mentally, 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 physically,
Yes.
emotionally,
Yes.
spiritually, and financially.
Nice.
And I want to write, I've started writing 2 books on, I guess you could say, rags to riches.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
not the title of it, but
Uh-huh.
that's the essence of it.
The
From
essence.
not having anything
Mm-hmm.
to now, I can say, I'm
I have
not
everything.
rich, but
Yes.
I'm definitely not poor.
Excellent.
And that's that one of my book is going to be on that, and the other book is to show people how I was able to come from not having nothing to now having something,
Okay.
the steps
All
in it.
right.
So those are the 2 books that I'm
Okay.
working on, and hopefully I'll be able to drop them by December.
Okay. That's a nice goal to have. But we're still on this book here. What's the book called again, Marva? Hold up the book for us again.
The book is called Lose Weight and Keep It Off for Good: Understanding the Weight Loss Game by Marva Riley.
And we have one more tip you're going to share with us. Tina says, dancing is my best motivation for exercise. Yes. Suzanne says, I tell her we have to do much in common. We have too much in common, especially the dancing. Okay, yes, everybody loves to dance. Gail at night. Follow Millissa on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Facebook.
Yes,
And please subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button at the channel. Let me check my phone to see if I have any cash app. Last week I had a cash app come through, and I didn't even realize it. So I want to make sure I check the cash app in case something comes through and I can thank them personally. Um, all right. So, yes, follow me on Instagram. I'll be 64 in a couple of months and still thriving and loving my life. Attitude is big. Wow.
yes.
Nice.
Tarifa
Beautiful.
looks fantastic, and Tarifa is also an author. She authored a book. She co-authored a book about the journey, the suffering, and stuff like that with a few other women.
Oh, okay. Yes, definitely gonna
Yeah.
connect with her as well. Definitely connect with
Yes.
me, Tafara. I
Mhm.
Althea says I got a compliment on my butt the other day. I do squats with 20, 30 pound weights, and it helps to get that nice toned round bum.
Yes.
Love the title, says Gary. Marva is definitely a great inspiration for so many women. Definitely. That's why we have her here today. That's exactly why we have her. We have a
So,
link to all of Marva's books. We have a link to all of Marva's books. There's all 3 books are on the page. You can see them. The first one is Eat, Sleep, Meditate, a nurse's guide to health. The second is Share Recipe Book, which stands for Simple, Healthy, Easy, Inexpensive Recipes. And the third one, like she said, is Lose Weight and Keep It Off for Good, Understanding the Weight Loss Game. And you can hold them up if you feel like it too, just to let people see what they look like.
Yeah.
Look at that. A whole catalog of really great resources. So go get those, guys. Vaughn says, I just stopped by for the free food. Thanks. Yes. Marva's giving us some free food right here. Food for thought. And Gary Dixon, good evening again. All right, let's go back down. Please like, share, subscribe, support, and use the Cash App if you feel that you want to bless the show. Feel free to do so. There's no requirements, but you can do so. It might make you feel wonderful too. As a matter of fact, there was a lady that blessed my show when Nushelle was on, and I had the pleasure of meeting her today. She said, "Oh, my name is such and such." I said, "Oh, you were the one who blessed my show," and I in turn purchased her book, and we are connected, and we're going to do some work together. So what goes around comes around. Trust me, guys. It's just a wonderful thing. Mm-hmm. You are the best coach, says Gary. Yes, you can email me at info@millissajayne.com to get in contact with me if you'd like to be on the show and you'd like to get in touch whatever way. Like and share. Great title. Rasta Way Workout. In reality, gym membership requires discipline and consistency, which most people lack. Personal training gives accountability. This is really important too, because I do find when I'm in the gym, I'm not doing a particular routine. Mm-hmm. I'll just use some of the machines that I know how to use, but to be quite honest, I know that I'm not getting the maximum out of it. So, would you want to say anything about that at all?
I absolutely would. In fact, that's one of the tips that's in my book, because I remember when years ago, I had injured my knee and I had to have knee surgery, and I had physical therapy, and then they cut me loose, and I decided to go to the gym. And when I went to the gym, I hired a personal trainer, because I didn't know anything about gym. Mm-hmm. And I worked with a personal trainer for months so he could teach me how to properly use the equipment and so on to maximize whatever it is that I was doing. And it was that personal trainer that actually told me that I should stop walking and running on concrete, because that will destroy my
knees. Yes.
Okay. And I in my book, that's one of the tips that some people need help. Like, for example, I'm going to talk about my sister because I know she doesn't mind.
Okay.
And even Althea, when they were venturing on their own health journey because of health issues, they were forced to. They realized, my sister and my best friend Althea realized that they could not do it by themselves. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. So they hired personal trainers. And it was a personal trainer that helped both of them to deal with mental issues, emotional issues, and teach them the strategies as to how to exercise to get the maximum benefits, and taught them some about nutrition, and even referred them to nutritionists to help them to figure out how to best eat and stuff like that. So having a personal trainer is definitely a plus if you can afford one. Actually, what I put in the book is that you should actually budget for it.
Invest in yourself.
Yes, if you don't have the discipline, you should hire a personal trainer. That's budget true. For it. Cut back on the Starbucks coffee or the expensive purse or something, and let that be part of your budget, because that will be the person who's gonna say, "Hey, Millissa, you were supposed to be at workout at 9 o'clock. I don't see you."
I know.
You're gonna get your butt over there.
Yeah, we had some fun. I think that she was having more fun than I was. I was just miserable, but it was worth it. It was definitely worth it out there. Oh, I gotta get in touch with you again.
Hire a personal trainer. You might even need to hire a health coach for that matter.
Yes.
Because they're two. I heard somebody say the other day that people like Oprah Winfrey and some of the most powerful and successful people, not just financially, overall in their lives, have several coaches.
Yes. Yes.
And that's how they're able to thrive and survive. So why should we think that we can do this health journey ourselves? That's why I say to people, why not buy my book? Yes. I mean, for heaven's sake, the ebook is $4.99. The paperback is $9.99. But it's a wealth of information that is easy to understand and easy to apply. What are you waiting for to buy all three of them when you spend $30 for the day on Starbucks coffee? We have to learn to invest in ourselves. So if hiring a health coach, a fitness coach, buying some books, and invest in the gym is what it takes for you to reclaim your health, that's what you need to do.
Sold. Sold.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go get my copy. You sold me on that one. You sold me on that. So Orel says I can't give up my ackee and saltfish. Is ackee and saltfish unhealthy?
Well, you don't have to. The thing is that ackee and saltfish is not unhealthy. The thing is that Jamaicans tend to cook ackee and saltfish with too much grease. It's a lot. I mean, the oil is just swimming on top of that ackee and saltfish. You know what I mean? And but ackee is a fruit. Mm-hmm. It's not unhealthy, and saltfish is not unhealthy. It's the way. And I remember growing up, and when I cook ackee and saltfish, I put a lot of onion and garlic and tomato and black pepper and stuff like that on it. But the danger is when you're gonna fill it with half a cup of oil. That's the danger. So if you're trying to lose weight, that's going to be too much fat.
Okay. Yeah.
And quantity. Instead of having a whole cup of ackee and saltfish, maybe you could have half or quarter cup of ackee and saltfish and just lessen all that grease. Yeah, because you know what? All that fat also will clog the arteries in your heart and the arteries in your legs and the arteries everywhere. Because if you have clogged arteries in your heart, you're going to have clogged arteries in your legs and other parts of your body. And you put you at risk for atherosclerosis and potentially heart attack and stroke. So, we also have to learn to eat not just for taste, but eat for health. I never grew up eating salads. I mean, on Sundays in Jamaica is when you would have salad. You would have some shredded cabbage and some grated carrot, a piece of a cucumber and a piece of tomato. That was it. Mm-hmm. But during the week, we didn't eat salads. But now I eat salads every single day. So when you know better, you do better. You do better. But we have to govern our taste bud and not just eat. For taste, you have to, as Dr. Furman would say, you have to eat to live and not live to eat.
It's true. Wow.
And some things you're going to have to cut back and say, maybe ackee and saltfish could be a Saturday thing. When I was growing up, ackee and saltfish was a weekend treat. It was Saturday or Sunday. You would have Sunday with some fried dumpling, boiled banana. It was a once a week thing. Mm-hmm. During the week, we had porridge. We had banana porridge and plantain porridge, oatmeal porridge, mixed with some cornmeal, all this stuff for breakfast.
Tafara says, willpower and discipline takes a while. Once you nailed it, it becomes your life standard.
Yes.
Willpower and discipline.
Yes.
That goes back to the mindset.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Thank you for that comment there. Gail at Night says, follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. You'll find out who's coming up next. You'll find out who's going to be on the show, because some of the people that are in this chat room right now, they're going to be on the show coming up, guys. We're doing it twice a week right now for this season. Twice a week. Somebody told me today that this show is a ministry. So listen, I am following my ministry. I want to make this platform available. If you've got something to share that people need to know, come connect with me and get on the show and tell people what you are doing to contribute to society. out there, eating healthy and exercise go hand in hand. It's true. You know what? When you exercise, it's almost like you don't feel like coming back and spoiling what you've just done. You want to eat healthy.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just exercise and stay in great health. You can't just eat healthy and expect to have a healthy body. So key.
Mm-hmm.
Simply Jewel TV, welcome to the show. Simply Jewel TV, it's great to have you. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry I'm late.
Oh,
I'll
yes.
watch the replay. Is this somebody from your community too?
Somebody, yes, somebody. She's not in our group, but I follow her on Instagram. That's somebody you might want to have on your show. Also, she's also a powerful lady.
All right.
Joel,
I'm going to connect with you, Simply Jewel TV. My email is down here. You can find me on YouTube and on the About Me page. Sorry I'm late, but yes, do catch up. This is a very, very important message. We all want to know how to lose weight and keep it off. And we've had some great tips, and we have some amazing resources which I've just been convinced to go ahead and pick it up. I like the freeness, you see. I like the community, but no, I'm gonna actually invest in myself and purchase at least the last book, maybe all of them, but at least like this last book. All of Marva's books are found on Amazon, and that link is right there in the chat. You can buy all of them there from that link.
Mm-hmm.
Althea, your heart, muscles, other organs and joints need the activity to keep your whole body functioning at its optimal level. You are absolutely right.
Mm-hmm.
10 pounds, that's probably talking about the weights there, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Tori's Brain Games. He plays games. I was watching your show on Friday. Tori, I don't even understand those games. I need to watch you a little bit more. But at least he's exercising the brain now with his games. Isn't that amazing? So we're all working together to work to have a holistic approach. Favor, way to go, Marva. There you go. You can share and subscribe and support my channel. If you want to bless me, you can use that Cash App as well. Alison Owens, welcome Alison again. I know you've been here. You've been tuning in from the beginning. You're one of my first people that came in. What about exercising at night?
Okay. I don't suggest exercising at night. I can speak for myself. If I exercise late evening or at night, I am wired. Okay, because think about it. When you exercise, it increases your energy, which is why it's a good idea to exercise in the mornings, because then you'll be full of energy for the day, right? But when I exercise late evening or at night, it wires me, and I find it very hard to unwind, settle down, so I can get a good night's sleep. Now, I know that might not be the case for everybody, but I think generally speaking, the recommendation is that you do not exercise at night if you have the option to not exercise at night. Now, I know that some people do work and they go to the gym like after work. If it doesn't bother you, then I guess there's no problem. But I know personally I can't exercise at night for that reason.
I know a lot of people do. Some people do.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Rose. Rose watching there in the background, but sent me a message. God bless you, and thank you so much for tuning in. Feel free to share. It's nice to have you all with us today. And I gotta say, Marva, you brought the troops today. You brought them out today. I mean, this is a really, really great topic, and I knew it would be just like this. So again, welcome to Tori. Let's see. Thank you, love. Third time is a charm. Carol Chang. Carol, thank you so much for tuning in. I don't think you've ever tuned in before, or have you? But it's so nice to have you. This is the premier event organizer, decorator. She does the most beautiful setups. She can transform a simple room into a magnificent palace. She is the premier. I think it's called Vintage. Put the name of your business in there. Vintage Events, I think it is. Event. Amazing. I've seen such great work from Corral. in the Lauderhill area. So good to have you, Corral. Wonderful, wonderful. I love this. I love this group energy here. I love it. I love all the comments and the feedback. Is there a bundle? Oh, this is a business person here. Is there a bundle if you
Oh,
buy all three? Do I get a discount if I buy all three?
that's a very good idea.
Isn't it?
In fact, I would have to see how Amazon, because my books, Amazon is my main distributor,
Distributor.
even though my books are actually available at Walmart, Target, Barnes and Noble,
Mm,
and Books a Million and many other stores I see online. And I actually got my books in the Georgia Public Library system. The
nice.
Yeah, Georgia Public Library system, and in the Jamaica Public Library system.
That is
I've
fantastic,
donated.
Marva.
Yeah, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, but
Wow.
you can. Yeah, I'm gonna look into that bundle. I think it's a great idea. I don't know how
Logistically, yeah.
Amazon, but yeah, I'd have to
She's gonna
figure
look at
out.
it. It's a great
Yeah,
idea. Thank you for the idea.
it's a
You
great
can,
idea.
you can, yeah. I love that, and I love that name. You can, yeah. Beautiful. Wow. Um, Amy's oh, this is she
Sarah,
told me what's her name?
Sarah, Sarah.
Shara. That's right. Love her personality, inspiration, books, and that she wants to help people and share her story. Keep up the great work, Marva Riley. Off to do a little work so I can get to bed before 11. Good night. Just feel free to just come back and watch the video. It will be available immediately after we finish, so you can watch it first thing in the morning. Great show again. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you. Gary Dixon, my classmate in Melissa's tech class. Yes, I have a few people that are here that were in my tech class. So guys, if you feel that you need some help, excuse me a second, Marva Riley. If you need help with the areas of graphic design, Facebook, Instagram, video marketing, YouTube, and what's the last one? Let me take this comment down for a second. Where's the comment? Yeah, da, da, da. Website creation. If you need any help in these areas, I have classes, I have courses, I have one-on-ones, and you can work with me, and I can get you up and running so that you can do your own graphics for your YouTube or your advertising. You can work with me for that. All right, all right. We are winding down to the last 20 minutes of the show. Um, let's see. Just want to make sure I don't miss anybody out. So Wave Workout says early morning is best. It
Yeah,
fires you up. It gives you the energy to
yeah,
to, to get on with your day.
yeah.
Big shout out to K Business Podcast. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. It's good to have you. Um, you're doing such great work. He has a business, as you can see, a business podcast. It does great interviews and great information. He runs his own business and he gives business tips. So check him out, guys. All of these people here, most of them have their own podcast or their own channel, and the information is just second to none. So tune in, and also Marva, go ahead and talk about your YouTube channel at this point. And then we're going to come back to the other thing later. Going to
Okay.
talk about.
Yes, so I'm actually on all major social media platforms. You'll see me on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on Facebook. I have a Facebook group called The Doctor in You.
Mm-hmm.
And I named it of such because the power that we have within us is what heals. The doctor doesn't heal, the hospital doesn't heal, the drug doesn't heal. It's that power within us that heals. The body is well able to heal itself because of the power, God, that is us. Okay. And anyone who wants to join the group, The Doctor in You, send me a request. We'll be so happy to have you in that group. We encourage, inspire, and motivate each other to become and remain the healthiest version of themselves. I'm actually on TikTok and Twitter and LinkedIn. And I have a YouTube channel. Marva Riley is the handle. Marva Riley. I actually have, I think, 1,013
Oh, you
subscribers.
hit the 1,000 mark. Congratulations. Well done, well done, well done.
Yeah. And
Awesome.
I upload a video at least once a day,
Mm-hmm.
informational videos and inspirational videos. I'll do cooking class, all kind of stuff that are that will help you to get on the holistic healthy path and stay on the holistic healthy path. So I encourage you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on the other platforms, and share my videos with your friends and family. Anybody that could benefit from the health and wellness content that I post on YouTube.
Absolutely, and I got a co-sign as far as the community is concerned. I love that community, the Doctor in You. I've just dropped the link to that community, because every day there's something new. There's some inspirational, whether it's a tip, something about diet, something about exercise, and you're exercising every day. Whether it's about how to cook some food, or how to prepare food. So it's really, really encouraging, and that's something that I use whenever I need to stay on track. I come to the group, and everybody's posting. People post their if they're exercising, they'll just post themselves exercising. They'll post their own meals that they've cooked, and they give tips and links to YouTube videos, and it's just a really, really great community. I love it, Marva. I think you do an amazing job with that community.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
It's awesome.
Thanks, Melissa.
Okay, let's go back to the chats. We have some good vibes, good vibes. That's it's probably an emoji that she's put in there, Suzanne. You can't yet. Oh, okay, that's good. Congrats for getting into the library system. Thanks, Millissa Jayne, on complimenting my name. Yes, indeed. Thanks for the invitation. Okay, glad I met you. Great show. This is Norman Anderson. Thank you so much for joining in tonight's show, Norman Anderson. I went out, celebrated my birthday on Sunday night, and met Mr. Norman Anderson there. He's new in town, and I said, listen, I can show you some places around town, if you want to enjoy South Florida. And he's a real cool guy. So thank you so much, Norman, for joining us tonight. Who else do we have here? Thanks again. Find me on info@millissajayne.com. Follow me on Facebook, and please subscribe. This is the Facebook group for Marva Riley. It's called The Doctor in You. Join, send a request, and Marva will get in touch. Amen says Rasta Way Workout. This is Marva's Facebook group again. People forget their own inner power and responsibility to themselves. Their responsibility to themselves. Wow,
Yes.
that's powerful.
Can I plug
Yeah.
something real quick?
I wanted you to.
Before I published my first book, I was in Jamaica, and I passed a little hospital in Spaldings where my sister lives. And on their board, their sign at the gate, it said, "Your health is your responsibility."
Mm-hmm.
Not the responsibility of the hospital, not the doctor, not the coach, not the fitness professional. Your health is your responsibility. Because the thing is that when you get sick, even though your spouse, your partner, your children, your neighbor will help you out, but ultimately you feel the pain. You feel the fear. You can't breathe. You have chest pain. It's your chest they're going to have to crack, that kind of stuff. So you've got to take responsibility for yourself. Not because your partner says he or she wants bacon and egg and sausage for breakfast. You might not have a choice but to prepare it for your partner, because they will not relent. They want it. Hurt and give it to them. But you don't have to eat it.
Right.
And if your partner says you want them to go exercising with you, and they say, "I'm not doing it. I'm going to watch TV or stay in bed," you go exercise and do your part. Because the thing is that a lot of times people are watching us.
It's true.
And just by virtue of eating healthy, folks are watching you, even your mate and your children, and you are teaching them by example. By eating healthy, by exercising, by not staying up at night watching TV, but rather going to bed. You're teaching them by example. So, yes, I 100% agree with Rastaway. We've got to take responsibility for our health because our health is our responsibility.
Wow, I love that. I love that a lot. Thank you, says Coach Marie McKenzie. And this is Marva Riley's website. Marva Riley has a website. You can find all of the information that we've spoken about there. The books is the I think the last one is there. Is the new, the Lewis one is there. Is it?
All of them are on
All
my
are there.
website. And
Blog.
another thing is that I blog.
Hmm.
So, sorry, Melissa, I blog, write tips and stuff like that on my website. So I blog. And I also, every month, I send out a free health and wellness newsletter every month with
Good.
tips and suggestions and recipes, etc. Let you know what's going on with me and all of that. And you can sign up for it on my website, rnmarvariley.com. It's free.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Thank
Mhm.
you so much for the birthday wish. Alison Owen says thank you. All happy early birthday to you. So my birthday was on Saturday just gone. I had an awful day on Saturday. I had a terrible, terrible day. We'll get into it some other time. But on Sunday, I made up my mind to turn it all around. I said that I'm not
Mhm.
gonna stay down. I'm gonna just get out and enjoy myself, and I
Yeah.
did just that. Met a lot of great people on Sunday night, some new people, and of course my close friends. We had a really, really great time listening to live reggae music, and
Yeah.
we had a fantastic time. It was awesome. So
Wonderful.
thank you for that. Simply Jewel TV. That's right. People mimic people. Yeah, people follow people. Exactly. So
Mhm.
definitely. So did we go? Did we do our three tips already? Did we do all three of them? I know
I
we did
think
probably more than that, right?
I think we did more. We did mindset. We
Uh-huh.
did diet and nutrition. We did exercise. I touched on sleep. So
Okay.
yeah, we did more than that. Sleep is very important because if we don't get adequate sleep, our body releases excess cortisol, and that excess cortisol tells you that you're hungry, for example, drives you to eat unhealthy foods, and also causes inflammation in the body. So in America, in the United States, they glorify not getting enough sleep, but
Oh,
but it's
yes.
while we sleep that our body heals and repairs itself.
Yes. Yes.
So it's
Of course.
crucial to get enough sleep. And the folks that live the longest, like my mom's 85, my adopted dad is 91. Okay, these folks go to bed at the same time every night, no later than 9:30, and they get up at the same time the next day, 6 o'clock. And that's
Wow.
because they really live the holistic lifestyle without even realizing that they live in the holistic lifestyle.
Yes. That's amazing. I wish I could. I wish I could. I'm going to try to develop some better habits as far as my sleeping as well. I've got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
um. All right. So we are winding down. We're going to just do a quick summary, and then we're going to wrap this up. So
Okay.
um. Thank you so much, Simply Jewel TV, and definitely connect with me. Glad I got a chance to tune in, and all of those guys who are watching who haven't left a comment, I want to say a big thank you for tuning in. We're not quite done yet. We just got another few minutes before we wrap up, but let's see what's Rasta Way workout. Rest is essential, body and mind. Early to bed, early to rise makes us healthy, wealthy, and wise. Definitely.
Very
All
cool.
right, so Marva, what would you say would be, if you were to try to summarize everything and just leave us with a message? And I actually want you to do, leave us with a message, and then afterwards, I want you to just do a 1 minute promo. But first of all, leave us with a message. You can take, 2 or 3 minutes to just leave us with a general message that you would give the people that are listening, just to summarize everything we spoke about, if it's possible, in about three
Yes.
minutes.
Okay. So I'd like to tell you that my name is Marva Riley, and I am committed to helping you, to inspire you, to encourage you, to motivate you, to educate you, so that you will embrace the holistic lifestyle and become and remain the healthiest version of yourself. So that you will take responsibility for your health and your weight and commit to losing the excess weight that you have on your body and keep it off for good. No matter what I say, no matter how much I encourage, inspire, motivate, and teach, ultimately the decision lies with you. You have to make that decision. But you cannot afford to not make that decision. You cannot afford to get sick. We will all transition at some time or the other. But what quality life will you have while you're here on this earth? Many people have 1 year, 5 year, 10-year finance plan. But what is your health plan? Your 1 year, your 6 months for that matter, 1 year, 5 year, 10, 15-year health plan. Because the bottom line is that no matter how much money you have in the bank, if you do not have your wealth, you have nothing. You are poor. Because your health is your only wealth. You've got to prioritize your health. There's no job, there's no business, there's no family, there's no bank account, there's nothing that should take precedence over your health. I want to let you know that it is not as difficult as they make it out to be. I want to let you know that the healthcare industry is not your friend. They want you sick so that you can be on blood pressure pill, diabetes pill, cholesterol pill, arthritis pill, be on dialysis, schizophrenic, depressed, anxious. But you don't have to be that way. If you make the decision today that you're going to take back your health, you're going to learn how to live a healthy lifestyle and take back your health and reverse those high blood pressure issues, those borderline diabetes issues, those diabetes issues, whatever health issues you have, if you are willing to make the necessary changes, you can take your health back. And it's not as difficult as you think. Just by making some baby steps. Start by making baby steps. Baby steps become bigger steps, become bigger steps. And as you practice the healthy lifestyle, it becomes easier. Then you will carve out a system and make it your own. And once you do that, you're going to find that it is very simple. It's a lot simpler and easier than you think. You got to take responsibility for your health. Do not allow your taste buds to rule you. Learn how to eat to live and do not live to eat. Learn that walking is man's best medicine. Just by simply walking, you can prevent osteoporosis, you can strengthen your body, you can lose weight, you can improve your mood. Just making some simple steps like that can steer you in the way of becoming and remaining the healthiest version of yourself. And I am willing to help you. I am committed to help you. 2023, I am laser focused on helping everyone to lose that excess weight and to achieve their ideal weight and to stay there, knowing that overweight and obesity is the number one cause of death and disability in this country and the world, which is heart disease. And then diabetes, and then cancer. Overweight and obesity are driving factors for these illnesses. And I want to encourage you to start working on it, not so much on focusing on weight loss, but focusing on adopting a holistic, healthy lifestyle, because weight loss is a byproduct of a healthy lifestyle.
Okay, thank you so much, Marva Riley. That's absolutely fantastic. I love that. I want to clip that piece out as well. But I also want to do one last thing for you. I want to do one last thing, because I like to do this for my guests, is to just help you to promote your latest book. And I have my 1 minute timer here. So I want you to speak for 1 minute and promote your latest book. And I'm going to give you the big screen here. Let me just switch over here. Give you the big screen and just talk real quick for 1 minute. You have up to 1 minute. And I'm going to just put my hand up when you have 5 seconds to go.
Okay.
All right? So
sounds good.
Here we go.
There we go. I would like to read the back of my new recipe book, Lose Weight and Keep It Off for Good, Understanding the Weight Loss Game. And it says, are you frustrated as you try to lose that excess weight? Do you feel disappointed as you regain the weight you lost and then some? Yo-yo diets do not work. Diet pills come with negative side effects and are unsustainable. No more drinking shakes. No need to spend hours at the gym every day. No more starving yourself. Eat, be satisfied, lose the weight, and keep it off for good. It's that simple. This book is a simple, doable guide to help you to lose those excess pounds and keep them off for good. I call it sustainable weight loss. No gimmicks, just common sense steps that have been tried and proven over the years. Go ahead and order your copy on Amazon, and it's available on Walmart, Barnes & Noble, Target, and my website, rnmarvariley.com, is $4.99 for the ebook and $9.99 for the paperback. Go ahead and order your copy today.
Okay, thank you, Marva. We will do some magic. We will do some editing magic to make that fit. All right, so I think we have had a really great show tonight. This has been electric. This has just been so jam-packed with knowledge and so informative, and everybody has enjoyed it. Visit rnmarvariley.com for Marva's website. And also, Sean says, amen, Marva. Someone was speaking to me the other day about the very same thing, and said to the, unless it becomes a lifestyle, it don't mean ish. And he also likes to walk, and he also trains young people with their with sports. All right, guys, this is the end of the show. Very informative and interesting. Good night, says Kenneth Damali. I think we should probably do an update show. Did I have you on the show before, Kenneth? Yeah, I did, Kenneth. So subscribe to Marva. Follow her on all social media. She's on everything. So just look for Marva Riley. You'll find her. And remember to go to the Amazon page in particular to get her books. Marva Riley, I want to thank you so much for being available tonight to spend these precious hours with us. I know that you're doing your rounds. You're getting on a lot of different shows. You know, people need this information. I would encourage you to do it again, maybe every quarter, because people start to fall off the wagon at those times. But you know, you have your community, and people can go there and just get support that they need from you and the other people in your community. That's the Doctor in You Facebook group. Any just final last couple of words?
Well, my last couple of words, I just want to thank my friends and my supporters, my peeps. I just thank you for the love. I so appreciate you. You know my heart, my I spend hours preparing content, okay, to present to people. I write books, but you know, I've said to my friends and my sister, for example, I said, if one person, when I wrote my first book, I said to my sister, if one person benefits from my book, my mission would have been accomplished. So I write books, although I want to sell 1 million copies of my books, don't get me wrong, but that's not the primary reason why I write the books. It's not to make the money. I just want to be able to help people to take back their health and to prevent some preventable health issues. I want to thank you for joining me today. All my friends in my group and followers everywhere, I so appreciate you. It means a lot to me, and it tells me that you appreciate what I'm out there doing. And I promise that I will continue to make a difference in the lives of whomever I can make a difference with.
Okay. Thank you, Marva. I'm going to say good night to everybody. It's been a long day for me, and I'm sure for you guys too. Marva, keep doing what you're doing. I love the community. I'm going to go ahead and get those books, or maybe I'll wait a little bit to see if I can get a three deal. but thank you so much, and just keep up the great work. And you look amazing, like I said, and you're an inspiration to me, and I really do value that group. And you know, whenever I'm posting in there, I'm getting the support that I need. So it's a really valuable resource. So thank you for all you do.
Thanks for having me, Millissa. I
And
appreciate you so much.
have a good night.
All right.
Lots of
Good
love.
night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night,
That's
everybody.
the show.
Thank you.
We'll be back on Thursday, I believe, with another great guest. So stay tuned. We have an amazing thing going on for this quarter, and I'm feeling the vibe. I'm loving the energy that I'm getting from you all. Thank you for stopping by, each and every one of you. This is the Millissa Jayne Show, and we'll see you next time. Have a good night.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.